It is time for this month's account update where I show you my progress so far, how my account looks like, and what my goals are going to be for next month. So stick around to check out how we've progressed so far. What is up, guys? MEOWER here, back with a brand new Call of Dragons video. So we're near the end of July and continuing. Wait, is it July or June? Oh, yeah, we're near the end of June. Yeah, it's June. Yeah, why am I tripping so much? Anyway, so we're near the end of June, and in continuation of the last couple of months' tradition of where I show you the current account progress and how I've progressed so far in Call of Dragons, we're gonna be resuming that series, and I'll try to update it every single month. Near the last 10 days of the month, starting from the 21st all the way to the 31st or the 30th, depending on which month it will be. But I'll try to maintain that schedule for this account update style videos. Of course, if you like style videos like this, please be sure to drop a like and let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything I can improve in these videos, something special you want to see in the account, etc., etc. I'll be more than happy to oblige. That out of the way, let's get started. So we finally broken 60 million power this month. I'm pretty happy overall so far with how the account has progressed. Right now, my power is 53 million because I just researched. We did a couple of researches in this server. We were trying out some things and such, and I ended up having to research twice. So my hospital right now is pretty empty, and then you'll notice that my policies as well are pretty empty. I could spend the 15,000 gems to finish my policies, but I'll show you why I really don't have to right now. Anyway, we've reached 60 million power historically. When my hospital empty, I will be back to 60 million. We've finished all our buildings before. We've unlocked three T5s so far this month. I'm super happy of that. Two of them we've unlocked at the same time, and then followed by Axeman. And I do expect to have my Wolf Riders and my Wyvern Riders done by the end of next month, assuming I don't just get impatient and start dumping all my speed ups on it. Right now, I'm just gonna start hoarding speed ups again. I don't really have a reason to rush cavalry because you'll notice when I'm showing my cavalry commanders are actually the weakest by far, and so are my artifacts. So I just have no reason to rush these technologies or anything. If anything, I'll just take it slow. Maybe I'll get a good event which encourages me to dump speed ups. But for now, we're gonna start hoarding. I started hoarding speed ups from last week, so my speed ups are pretty empty so far. But we'll see what they look like later on in a future video if I do decide to hoard speed ups still then. So that is it for my technology side. For my military, like I said before, I unlocked my T5, so I do have a considerable amount of T5 so far. These are my troops. All I do have a lot in the hospital. I think that's everything. Yeah, no, that's not actually everything because like I said, I do have quite a lot in the hospital. I do have around how many troops? 2.5 million roughly. Come on, Meower, do some math. Do some math. So I got 1.6 million in the hospital and 772,000 troops in total. I think that's roughly 2.3, 2.4 million. Uh, Maybe. Who knows? If you're good at math, just do the math for me on my behalf, please. Thank you. But yeah, that is in terms of my troops. I do have still quite have a handful in the hospital. I am quite liking this new elixir system. My biggest pet peeve in it would be the timer needed to finish it up. I think it would be better if it was the maximum amount you could heal be in intervals of maybe 8 hours, so you can you can fill up your elixir capacity 3 times a day instead of it being on 6 hour intervals, which is 4 times. I think I would much prefer it be 8 hours, and then the system would be absolutely amazing. Mainly due to the reason why that you can select which troops you want to heal. I think that's the best thing about the system so far. I do hope they add more ways to add elixir though, because it's still pretty hard to get all your troops out, especially because of the 6 hours. So it gives you the illusion that you're healing much less than you should. Plus, adding a possible way to reach the 2 million mark easier would be much better instead of having to train a lot of troops and finish up your policies. Speaking of policies, right now you'll notice that my policies have been pretty low overall because I just researched. This I just researched this morning, so I haven't really gemmed my policies. I can gem all everything right now and finish all everything I need, but I just don't have a reason to because we're not fighting at the moment. We're waiting till zone 3, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how that goes in the server. But I could just gem it, but again, there's just no reason to. But it costs around 15 to 16,000 gems if you gem all military expansions and you gem all hospital capacities. It will cost you roughly uh, 15, 60,000 gems and around 2 or 3 million policy prestige. I think 2 to 3 or 4 million, but nothing more than that. It's really easy to get them, anyways. As for the Dragon Trail, I've progressed pretty well. Dragon Trail this season compared to last. I haven't really been able to beat level 80 just yet. Maybe when I have more T5, I'll be able to. I will make a guide for Dragon Trail in a future video, so be sure to subscribe to tune into that. You know, is that. Not many have progressed in comparison. This guy's a full T5. This guy's a full T5. He's also just researched. Does, of course, my bro, burning my other bro, and ghost my other bro. You know that I have a lot of bros in the game. But yeah, not many a lot of people tend to underestimate the Dragon Trail, I think. So I'll definitely make a video about that, showcasing its importance and highlighting why it is so important to progress in it because of the benefits it provides. As for my items so far, I will showcase my commanders last. My artifacts this season, I had a discussion the other day with Duz in regards to Dragon Scale armor versus Greymar's hammer. I do like Greymar's active in the open field more, mainly possibly because I'm just more used to it and know how to use it properly. But overall, I would say Dragon Scale armor is much better than Greymore's hammer in contradiction to yesterday's tier list video. So I'll be sure to pin a comment there stating why I think Dragon Scale is better than Greymore's hammer. And the same goes for Viola's bow. But the reason why Viola's bow I'm not using it right now instead of Shadow Blades is because it's still level 1, while Shadow Blades is pretty maxed out in terms of its skill. Maybe when I finish up my Viola's bow, I'll start using it instead. It does do a little less damage, but it's higher range, which really helps out in the open field in comparison to the already short range of archers. While Shadow Blades does have mediocre range, it hits more targets, but like in terms of value. Especially as a T5 player now, being that little extra tanky, I'm gonna do damage anyways because of my Archer March. So I might as well just be a little extra tankier to last longer in the open field and try to DPS people more over time instead of just being a raw glass cannon. I haven't really gotten any special artifacts just yet. I do hope to get. I am missing like 5 artifacts. I'm missing Rattle Spear. I'm missing Breath of Gigantus. Sadly, I really want this artifact. It's so OP. I'm missing Inferno Flame, and I'm missing Spring Blades and Wolf Woman of Haler. I don't know why I don't have this yet. I do open my regular keys quite often. Maybe I'm just not lucky, who knows? But I really want this artifact. The moment I see it possible to obtain it, I will do anything and everything in my power to try to get it. For my items, I know I said I wouldn't use any of those items till the end of the season. I broke that vow because I had to use it a little bit because I was completely out of resources. When I researched, I had to resource heal a few troops and do research, so I was completely dried out. Pro tip: don't resource heal. It will put you on full bankruptcy, and so is training T5 with a lot of speed ups and not using your items. I'm still hoarding VIP. I'm not spending the same amounts I used to spend when I started hoarding this VIP, mainly because there's just no packs that I think are worth me spending on, other than the occasional daily deals. And of course, the first pack, or maybe even sometimes the second pack of the Heroes of Tomorrow, is just to stock up on those custom tokens. Normally I would be buying March of Conquerors as well, but I just don't have a reason to right now. I don't feel any type of stress needed for me to overexert myself in terms of whaling because, well, there are other bigger whales than me in my alliance and such, so they're much more reliable than I am in terms of the whaling department. So there's just no reason for myself to stress about it. And I think you should also take the same approach. It's still a mobile game at the beginning of the end, and if you feel comfortable where you are, there's no need to overexert yourself in terms of spending or anything. Just spend wisely and do it at your own pace. Um, this is my items for my speed ups. I've been pretty dried up. I did spend quite a lot of speed ups last couple of SLEs to push T5 troops and try to get a few tokens of Syndrome. I don't know why I pushed for him. I'm not even gonna use him, or I might not use him right now. I have no plans to awaken him just yet because he's not out in the daily deals yet. And I just don't see him being that good. I think Frhagar is much better than he is, but I just don't have a reason to push for him. So you'll notice that I'm pretty dried up in terms of speed ups. In terms of these items, useless. Useless. I do have quite a considerable amount of tokens. You'll notice 322. I haven't bought this week's 20 yet from the VIP shop, so I'm gonna have 342 so far, and then 77 of the regular universals. I'm just hoarding for now. I don't have any plans to spend them on Frhagar or Syndrome so far, and I'll explain why when I get to my commander section. That being said, speaking of the commander section, let's head there. So I still have the same amount of expertise commanders. I have Awakened Kanara, Awakened Nico, my Lilia Madeline, Nika. My Empress, I managed to skill him up just from getting his heads from gold chests. I do hope to awaken him pretty soon as well. But as soon as I'm done working on Velen, because he is my current project, I'm pretty close. I'm getting a nice amount of heads from the daily deals. So I'm thinking maybe in like 3 weeks or so I'll have him awakened, assuming I'm pretty lucky in terms of the what I get from the daily deals. If not, well, it's just gonna take a while to awaken him. Again, there's just no stress for me to awaken anyone else. Like I said, my cavalry commanders are by far my weakest commanders so far. Maybe if Bakshi appears in the wheel again, which I hope he does, I'll spin it to 200 and get his skills up a little bit because Bakshi is pretty good. And Emrys, I will start working on him from the daily deals after I'm done with my villain, assuming no other good commander shows up there that I feel an urgency to awaken. My Frhagar is 5551. I can awaken her right now, but her last skill, while being pretty good, it's just not worth me dumping so many universals on it because it's gonna cost me a significant amount. It's gonna cost me like is 75 plus 80 plus 80 plus whatever remains from here. So 47 plus 75 plus 160. That's quite a considerable amount. That's roughly like 200 or so. I'm not gonna spend 200 heads just to get an extra 50% more speed bonus and 10% rage speed accumulation reduction plus 200 damage factor. That's just not worth it in my opinion. I have no reason to rush to awaken her. So I'll just wait till next season when she shows up in the wheel again, and I'll just get her from the wheel. There's no reason for me to spend any universals on her. My Indus is coming along pretty nicely. I am working on her from the Dragon Trail. I'll try to get 2 or 3 tokens every single day if I can. My epics, well, I haven't really been working on any of the epics because they're just absolutely useless this season because of the changes to the 5 and 6 star commanders. And pretty much my Thea, I think, is like by far the least worked on legendary I have right now. Maybe I might switch my focus on her pretty soon if they release a good commander that synergizes with her, but till then, I have no reason to. My Garwood is just missing 2 skills. I'll just passively working on him from the gold keys. Maybe I'll push his next SLE, not this one, because I'm completely out of speed ups. And well, there are now only 4 SLEs a season. So maybe in the last SLE, I'll push for him. Who knows? Maybe he'll get a buff or something. My syndrome is 3000. I can push him pretty nicely and get him almost awakened, but he's not just not worth it unless he is 5115, I guess. That would be his best thing, but other than that, it's just not that good for the open field, and I am not by any means a rally leader, so I don't have any reason to rush to awaken him or anything. And yeah, that is it for my commanders and everything. Let's just level up this policy. Oh, and I did switch to the Wilderberg faction because, as I mentioned in my other video, the Wilderberg is by far the best faction for the state I am in. And you should also be switching for the Wilderberg. They're just that much better in terms of troops, in terms of bonuses, and everything they provide is just that so much better. Anyway, guys, that is it for this month's account update. If you like content like this, please be sure to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe, join my Discord, toss me some video ideas. I would love to hear them. I'm struggling out here, bros. Help me out. Help out your little kitty. Meow, 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 meow. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Meow, meow.